Thanks for having me, everyone. I'm real pleased to be here. I look forward to your questions this evening. I have been a resident of Arlington since 1983, and have really come in all those years to appreciate the special community that we have. I think in many ways we are a model for good government and honest government, whether you agree or disagree with all the policies. I believe that to be the case. Beyond that, I think we are a wonderful example of how you can have a community work with strong progressive values and strong fiscal discipline. And we combine the two in a way that I don't think many communities do. In the last 10, 12 years, almost 12, that I've been on the county board, I think that we've even ratcheted up our levels of success, and I want to cite a few areas that I'm real proud to have contributed to. One, our smart growth legacy. Many of you in this room work on land use issues and represent RAFOM, and we have conversations about developments. But people come from all over the country to see how over the last 30 years, we adjusted the general land use plan with input community-wide. Took years to do that, and connected successfully land use and transportation in a way that very few people have been able to do. In a way that, in fact, on some of our major arterials, we've seen a reduction of traffic on Wilson Boulevard between 2006 and 1996, 1996 and 2006. There are less cars on that road now than there were then, despite the development in the county. How can we do that? We're putting the development in the right places, in a targeted area. Only 10% or so of the county land, the rest is still single family. Connected to transportation, mixing the uses, transitioning out to the single family homes, and also, very importantly, enhancing our transportation alternatives at the same time. ARC bus, Metro, flex car, bike lanes, safer pedestrian sidewalks, so that people can really get around and have alternatives to reach their destination. If you haven't seen the DVD that explains our sort of long history and legacy, please check it out and go to the county website. But that's one area. Another I'll mention is our arts program. Very vibrant, very exciting. Another would be our schools. For our urban community, we have never stopped investing in public education. And that's why all 4 of our high schools are in the top 1% of public high schools in the country. And our kids do so well. And we don't have flight out of the county. And we do have most of our adults, even though only 15% with kids in the schools, most of them go to the public schools, not the private schools. That is unusual for an urban area. It's unusual to be this safe and be an urban area, and to have such a strong emergency management response team, as evidenced by 9/11. But that's a range of some of the successes, things that I have been involved in and will continue to be. But I want to highlight a couple things that I'd like to focus on in the next term. Because as good as we are, we got a lot more we can do. And we as a community have a tradition of involving everyone in that decision-making process. Not to be confused with getting your way on every issue, it's not possible, but having an ability to influence the outcome. Sustainability is how I capture where I'd like to go and the things I want to focus on. Sustainability, one, in terms of our finances. We can't live, we must live within our means, and we can't sort of expend the sustainability being the solving this generation's or this period's problems without affecting the obligation of the future to solve theirs. We're a AAA bond rated county, one of only 20 in America. We can borrow money at the cheapest possible interest rate, but we are going to have tough times. We did last year. We cut 95 positions. We're going to have to cut positions again this year. 2/3 of last year's cuts were on the administrative side, not the service, so you didn't feel them as much. That will be tougher this year. We have to balance the quality of services we expect with a fair tax rate. So fiscal sustainability is of utmost importance to me. I used to work at the GAO, Waste, Fraud, and Abuse, so I get that. Secondary sustainability is the environmental sustainability. A top priority for me. I chair the Council of Governments Climate, Energy, Environment Committee. We need to approach this regionally, but also locally. Our Fresh Air Initiative was put forward a few years ago, which focuses on reducing the carbon emissions of the local government, our footprint. In the next months, you'll see an expanded effort to bring the entire community into that and address the other 96% of the carbon emissions. partnering with the private sector, the business sector, individuals, and all of you. I think it's the moral issue. Is that time? I think it's the moral issue of our generation. I think we have a responsibility. We're not going to solve the problem. We have to be part of the solution. So those are two things I'm going to focus on. I look forward to your questions. Thanks.